9 months ago, the LSU Tigers beat the Georgia Bulldogs to win the 2003 SEC Championship. Today, the rematch, as the third-ranked Georgia Bulldogs host the 13th-ranked LSU Tigers at sold-out Sanford Stadium in Athens, Georgia. And hello again, everybody. Matt Stewart joined by Buck Bellew, and thanks for joining us for another afternoon of Georgia Bulldogs football. And Buck, a rematch of last year's SEC Championship game. This game has been circled on Georgia's calendar for a long time. A big emotional game for the Bulldogs. For LSU, even more so important, they already have one loss in the SEC.
Yeah, neither team wants a loss on this day, Matt. And David Green's going to have to be the guy for Georgia. A win today, he ties John Rouch for the all-time Georgia wins with 36. He took a beating last season against LSU. Obviously, he's got to be sharp today. And he told me earlier this week he loves the game plan. His two wide receivers, Gibson and Brown, most likely are going to have a lot of opportunities to make plays today. They lost the battle against Webster and Daniels in the SEC title game. They get a shot at redemption today. Who knows? A big play from one of these guys might win this game.
Well, a lot of people have talked about how frustrating Georgia's lack of offense has been. Their defense has carried them. They get a boost today because linebacker Odell Thurman returns from his suspension.
And it couldn't come at a better time. LSU, a physical running football team. He's got to be physical there at the point of attack to help stop this LSU run game. He's that type of player. He should have a big impact today.
The LSU Tigers going with a two-quarterback system. Marcus Randall, the fifth-year senior, gets the start today, but you could see the redshirt freshman Jamarcus Russell as well.
They like the redshirt senior coming in, getting them off to a good start. Dependable, but Jamarcus Russell is an emerging star in the SEC. He's blossoming into the player they thought he could be. These two guys are big, but I think it's all about running the football with LSU. This team this year is all about running it, and they've got two horses too. Vincent, a slasher, Bulldog fans know about him in the SEC Championship game a year ago, really lit them up. And Ali Broussard is more of a cannonball. He's going to run over some people. They're going to get their ball today, and they're going to try to run it at Georgia.
LSU made their bones with their defense a year ago, and that's how they won the BCS National Championship. They've got a great defense again this year. #1 in the SEC in fewest points allowed. Marcus Spears leads a defensive line. They have 11 sacks this year.
Spears is a great football player. In fact, NFL scouts think he's the second best defensive end playing college football right now. They sacked David Green 9 times last season, no question about it. Rowland and Inman, they've got their hands full with Marcus Spears.
It's Georgia and LSU, and we'll come back with the opening kickoff right after this timeout on CSS. Today's SEC matchup is brought to you by Subaru. Subaru, driven by what's inside. LSU won the opening toss. They have deferred. The Georgia Bulldogs will be on offense. LSU at 3-1 on the season. Victories over Oregon State, Arkansas State, and Mississippi State. A loss to Auburn. The Georgia Bulldogs at 3-0. Wins over Georgia Southern, South Carolina, and Marshall. The Bulldogs were off last week. Their first game in 2 weeks, and we are underway. Browning will not return the kick out of the end zone, and the Georgia Bulldogs will start from the 20-yard line. David Green at the controls of the Georgia offense. 513 yards passing this season, a couple of touchdowns. 3 touchdowns on the season, 1 interception. Those are his numbers against LSU. Both of those games coming last year. On the season, David Green, 583 yards in 3 games. And the Bulldogs on offense. Ware in the backfield, Des Williams the fullback. Fred Gibson in motion. Ware on the carry. Not much doing for Danny Ware on that one as he is wrapped up at the line of scrimmage. Inman, Jones, Tanner, Gillis, and Rowland up front. Green the quarterback, Ware and Williams in the backfield. Gibson and Brown the wide receivers, and Pope is the tight end.
LSU with a corner blitz, zone blitz on the first down play. Expect to see a lot of that today.
2nd down and 10. Ware again on the carry. Kyle Williams, the right tackle, made the tackle for the LSU Tigers. Williams right there made the tackle. He's joined by Dorsey, Spears, and Oliver up front. Highsmith, Turner, and Vaughn are the linebackers. Webster, Daniels, Landry, and Daniels in the secondary. It's 3rd down and 8 for Georgia.
LSU tough on 3rd down. Opponents converting less than 30%.
Green back to pass. Going up top for Reggie Brown. The ball is knocked away by Corey Webster, so the Bulldogs test that man-to-man coverage. And Corey Webster, the SEC's Defensive Player of the Week, broke it up, and Georgia's going to have to punt.
You saw this a lot in the SEC championship game. Zone blitz, man coverage outside. Green, a lot of fades a year ago, and Webster and Daniels made the plays last year. They make the play on the 1st, 3rd and long today.
Skylar Green, who has been injured most of this season, stands deep for LSU to take this punt at the 38-yard line. Ely Kelso stands at the 7 to kick. Kelso gets it away. Green will take it. Fair catch at the 38-yard line. And that's where the Tigers will put the ball in play for the first time this afternoon.
Well, Nick Saban, he's been preaching all week. When you go on the road in the SEC, you got to start fast. They come out aggressive, blitz Green a couple of times. They get the 3 out and punt.
2 SEC championships for Nick Saban. The BCS National Championship a year ago, beating Oklahoma in the Sugar Bowl. And here's LSU on offense for the first time today from the 38-yard line. Randall is the quarterback, hands off to Ali Broussard, and Broussard is wrapped up by Kedrick Golston. A gain of maybe 2 on the play. And here's a look at the Tigers on offense. Whitworth, Arnold, Wilkerson, Neiswanger, and Livings up front. Randall is the quarterback. Vincent and Steltz in the backfield. Davis, Jones, and Bowe are your wide receivers. And we had a penalty on the play. And a 5-yard mark-off coming against the LSU Tigers. Your referee today is Steve Landis.
Last season, LSU won the battle on the line of scrimmage on both sides of the ball, especially the LSU offensive line. We'll see how it goes today.
Randall back to pass, being rushed. Fires complete to Skylar Green, who catches it at the 38 and gets no more. Demario Minter made the tackle, pick up a 5 as LSU gets back to the original line of scrimmage. Thompson, Golston, Anderson, and Pollock up front for the Bulldogs. The linebackers are White, Thurman, and Burden Wheeler. Jennings, Blue, Davis, and Minter in the secondary. And now it's 2nd down and 10 for LSU.
Thomas Davis coming, bringing the heat, blitzing from that safety spot. LSU, a nice job of picking him up.
2nd down and 10. Zinger now in at tight end for LSU. Davis in motion behind the line. And a timeout has been called by Georgia.
Brian Van Gorder didn't like what he saw up there. Hey, take the timeout.
Timeout on the field, 13:05 to play in the opening quarter. The Georgia Bulldogs are 27-4 over the last 3 seasons. Mark Richt's teams have lost to only 2 teams, twice to Florida and twice to the team they're playing this afternoon, LSU. It's 2nd down and 10 for LSU from their own 38 following the Bulldogs timeout. LSU coming off a 51-0 win over Mississippi State a week ago. Georgia has allowed just 3 points in their last 6 quarters.
Having trouble getting lined up properly even after the timeout.
Davis in motion behind the line, handoff to Broussard, and Broussard is caught at the line by David Pollock and not going anywhere. And now it's going to be 3rd down and long. The Bulldogs are giving up only 135 yards rushing per game.
Yeah, and if you get rid of that Georgia Southern game, that oddball offense they trotted out, really they're giving up 55 yards a game against conventional offense and around 2 yards a carry. So they're playing the tough run, the run tough here against South Carolina and Marshall. You see the lead play, penetration in there. David Pollock busting that thing up with help from Thomas Davis and the boys.
Adai and Vincent now in the backfield. with Randall. It's 3rd down and 11. LSU actually lost a yard on that play. Randall being rushed, being chased by Will Thompson. He goes down, quarterback sack. Will Thompson, Thomas Davis got there way back at the 28-yard line, and LSU's going to have to punt.
Van Gorder comes with a nickel package, gets the extra DB in there, showing him a different look on the first 3rd down and long. Randall just not comfortable. This is not LSU 3rd and long. They're not going to be successful playing it this way, and it all started on 1st down when they get the penalty and go first and 15.
Chris Jackson to punt for LSU. He stands at the 14. You saw his average of 38.6 on 14 kicks, and Tim Jennings is standing deep for the Bulldogs, and he shanks the punt. It goes off the right side of his foot and then takes an LSU hop inside the 35-yard line. So they came out of it okay, even though Chris Jackson and LSU has had all kinds of difficulties in their kicking game this season. Kicked it off the side of his foot, but he got about a 15-yard roll, and Georgia's going to take over at the 33-yard line. Timeout on the field, 11:28 to play in the opening quarter. Georgia and LSU scoreless on CSS, your source for Southeast sports.
Due to time constraints, we now move forward in the action.
Green being forced out, throws to the corner and broken up at the last minute. Super play by Jesse Daniels, the strong safety who came over to give help to Ronnie Prude, the corner, and knocked the ball away from Fred Gibson.
LSU with a nickel package in there. They've got the extra defensive back playing coverage here. Little seam between them. Fred's got to make that catch. That ball goes right through his hands.
And so now it's 3rd down and 10 for Georgia.
It's all about making plays. Got to make plays if you're going to win big football games.
Ware back in there for the Bulldogs at running back. Green going up top, and it's caught. Touchdown, Reggie Brown. Reggie Brown beat his man, the cornerback Travis Daniels. Caught the ball just by the pylon. 6-0 Georgia.
There you go. Big plays win big football games. Daniels got the best of Brown in the SEC championship game, running fade routes just like that. Reggie Brown bounces back this time, puts Georgia up on top. Beautiful run route. That ball's right on the money.
Andy Bailey for the PAT, and he puts it through. A 25-yard touchdown pass from David Green to Reggie Brown.
LSU had 7 in the box. They brought 6. Nice job of picking it up, and look at that pass. Right where it has to be.
7:49 to play in the opening quarter. Georgia takes a 7-0 lead on LSU. You're watching CSS, your source for Southeast sports. A 25-yard touchdown pass from David Green to Reggie Brown. 7 minutes, 11 seconds into this ball game, and the Bulldogs on top of LSU.
Given enough time to throw an accurate pass, and Reggie Brown in position to make the big play. You see the protection. David Green gets the time, and if he has the time, he's got the weapons. Very nice touchdown throw by David Green. You see he's very happy about it. He loved the game plan coming in. Looks to be much the same as the SEC championship game.
4th touchdown pass of the season for David Green. 3rd touchdown catch for Reggie Brown. Adai and Carter deep for LSU. They kick it to Xavier Carter over near the sideline. He takes it at the 3-yard line. Xavier Carter will go down at the 25-yard line as he is tackled by Brandon Miller, the freshman linebacker, in there on special teams, and LSU starts at the 25. Bulldogs went 66 yards in 9 plays, and it took them 3 minutes and 39 seconds to grab the lead.
Danny Ware, 5 carries, 31 yards on the drive. Had some nice holes early on. That Georgia offensive line doing a pretty good job in the first quarter.
Broussard still in at tailback for LSU. Skylar Green, Bo, and Davis, the wide receivers. Handoff Broussard. Broussard wrapped up by the ankles. David Pollock, another tackle. His second of the day. Broussard got maybe 3 on the play.
Seeing Georgia's defensive front getting penetration here in the first quarter every play. Will Thompson beating Livings on that play. Penetration can kill the running game. See, in the backfield, they got bodies around. Odell Thurman ready to make the tackle. Things look good early.
That was only a 2-yard gain, actually a little bit less than that. It's 2nd down and 8 from just shy of the 27-yard line. Double tight ends for LSU right now, Zinger and Jones. Randall fakes a handoff. He's under a rush, and Pollock got it! Quarterback sack for David Pollock, his 3rd of the season.
Georgia manning up on the cornerback spot, and they came after the quarterback that time. David Pollock, they double team him, and he still gets the sack. They've got a running back and a guard on David Pollock. Jimbo Fisher might want to review that protection scheme, get one of those big tackles on him.
11-yard loss as Pollock blew right by Ali Broussard. David Pollock now just 2.5 quarterbacks shy of matching Richard Tardich's school record. It's 3rd down and long for LSU. Randall hands off to a dive, open field tackle by Demario Mentor at the 21-yard line, not even close to getting back to the original line of scrimmage, and LSU has to punt again.
3 out and punt, 2nd consecutive possession. Georgia defense getting after him right now. 3rd and 19 is a throwaway play. They don't want to risk a turnover here, so they just run the football and give up. We'll punt it.
Chris Jackson stands at his 7 to punt. Tim Jennings again deep for the Bulldogs. Jennings going back to his 30-yard line to field it, takes it at the 29 and got tripped up. That was a nice open field tackle by Daniel Francis. And there's a flag down on the field. We might have a penalty on Georgia as well.
Hey, sprinting by, sticks his foot out and trips him. Whatever means possible.
And he got blocked in the back on top of it.
Wow, big field position change. Great punt by LSU.
You're right, I think he did a slide tackle on him right here. Look at this. Whoop. Got him with the foot.
10-yard penalty. First down.
But he also got blocked in the back.
Yeah, I bet Mark Richt was expecting to get good field position there, but he's not going to get it, and it looks like DJ Shockley's coming in the game.
Georgia leading LSU 7-0 with 5:25 to play here in the opening quarter. Another sellout crowd here at Sanford Stadium on a warm September, actually October, isn't it? The calendar turned on us this weekend.
Yeah, it seems like August, doesn't it?
It
DJ
does.
Shockley in the game here, Georgia's 3rd possession. This is pretty much what they've tried to do all along.
Well, I
Give
think
DJ Shockley a series when the game means something.
Yeah, I think this is when you want to do him. You want to put him in on your terms. Don't put him in the ball game where you're expecting him to have to make something spectacular happen. Put him in on your terms, and that's what Georgia's trying to do right here with DJ Shockley. Reggie Brown in motion behind the line, and DJ rolls. Looking downfield, fires, and throws it away.
Sprint out. Hey, give him a chance to run, throw. Not much going on there running or throwing, so DJ does the smart thing, throws it out of bounds, comes back on 2nd down. This is 18th game experience playing quarterback for the Georgia Bulldogs, and I think it's good. I mean, he's 1 play away from being your starter. He is your starter next season. You better get him some time back there.
Ware in there at running back. It's 2nd down and 10 for Georgia. Bailey, Brown, and Gibson, the wide receivers. Pope is the tight end, and Shockley going to run it up the middle. Eludes a couple of men and heads to the outside, and Shockley gets out of bounds at the 28-yard line. A gain of 8. The crowd wanted a flag over there. Landry and Vaughn were the ones who forced him out of bounds, and it's going to be 3rd down and short.
Yeah, what a great effort by DJ. I mean, nothing really going on. He just does it all himself with his legs. Bounces around in there looking for spots. accelerates and picks up some valuable yardage there. You see him just running away from defenders. Got a special talent.
We have an official timeout. I think they're, I didn't realize he was that close to perhaps a first down, but maybe he was.
And third down has been huge. Last season, Georgia made 8 of 30 third downs against LSU's defense. That's not going to get it done. That's going to get you beat. And LSU's defense this year comes in only allowing opponents to convert 28% of third downs. Looks like they're going to avoid the third down situation here.
Yeah. He was a lot closer to the first down than I thought because he picked it up. And it's a first down for Georgia with the ball at the 29-yard line. Bulldogs with 47 yards rushing today. LSU leads the SEC. They've given up only 77 yards rushing per game to this point. But the Bulldogs just 30 yards away from hitting that total here in the first quarter.
Didn't do much running the football a year ago against them, but again, they were getting whipped on the line of scrimmage. Today, Georgia's owned the line of scrimmage here in the first quarter.
Gibson in motion behind the line of scrimmage. Ware gets the handoff. Ware across the 30-yard line, and that was Kyle Williams on the tackle along with Lionel Turner.
Running behind Big Max Gene Gillis, all 340-something pounds of him. Big Max is leaning on him up front. And that play, that little sprint draw is going to set up the bootleg with DJ Shockley at quarterback.
Max Gene Gillis making his 18th consecutive start, 19 starts overall. He's the senior member as far as experience on this offensive line.
And they were missing a physical guy at guard a year ago. Injuries have really hurt him there, and it's really allowed them to step up on the line of scrimmage this year, having him at guard.
It's second down and 7. Shockley back to throw. Got a man wide open. Reggie Brown had to wait on it. Made a great grab at the 21-yard line. Reggie Brown beats Corey Webster in the middle of the field, and the Bulldogs a big gainer into LSU territory.
Take a shot on first down occasionally, and boy, they did. Reggie Brown was wide open, running down the middle of the field behind Corey Webster. Took DJ a second to find him. But boy, I bet his eyes lit up when he saw him running down the middle of the field like that. Hangs it up. Reggie Brown goes up again, makes the big play.
Handoff to Ware. Ware running over a man down to the 11-yard line. He flattened an LSU player at the 14. Close to a 10-yard gain. Going to give him 9 at the 12.
And that's what they love about this young player. Good all-around back, does everything well, but he's rough and tough.
Second down and 1. Des Williams has the first down as he slams down to the 10-yard line.
And he does get the first down. Talk about a load. My gosh, Des Williams, he looks like a tight end or an offensive lineman. I mean, he's out there 260-something pounds.
Out of Decula High School in Gwinnett County, just northeast of Atlanta.
You saw when he hit up in there, he moved the pile at least a yard or two.
Actually came to Georgia as a linebacker, made the conversion to fullback. He started today in place of Jeremy Thomas. Now it's first and goal to go for Georgia at the 10-yard line. Shockley dumps it off, complete to Des Williams. Nothing doing that time. Marcus Spears, the fine defensive end, was there to snip it out and drop him for a 6-yard loss.
LSU brought 7. They come with a blitz, and you got to expect that at this area of the field. You get down there close. This defense is going to get aggressive. They blitz. DJ recognizes that. That's why you see him throw it hard. No batted balls picked off here. Play it safe. You get it out there quick because you know you got man coverage on that running back.
Marcus Spears, the senior out of Baton Rouge, had a 35-yard interception return for touchdown last week against Mississippi State. Now it's second down and goal to go from the 16. Shockley going up top for Gibson, and it's knocked away by Corey Webster. The crowd screaming for a flag, but the field judge, Gerald Hodges, was standing there right on top of the play and didn't pull the hanky out of his pocket.
LSU with the extra defensive back end. They go nickel. They bring heat. DJ sees it, and the plan is to hang it up to Gibson and Brown.
Ooh.
Gibson can't get to the football. He's got to come through Webster, and Mark Richt is not very happy with that no call.
You can see why. Webster pushed him before the ball got there. Now it's 3rd down and goal from the 16. The officials missed that one. Handoff right in the middle of the field and nothing doing for Georgia on a 3rd and goal from the 16. The crowd a little bit disappointed in the play call there as Georgia runs it right in the middle of the line to Thomas Brown, and Andy Bailey going to come on for a field goal attempt.
Well, 3 points, not a bad thing. This early in the game, you've already got 7 on the board. You take what you can get against an outstanding defense.
I think the crowd was hoping to take another shot at the end zone. Andy Bailey, this is a 32-yard attempt from the right hash mark. Bailey put it through. Bailey now 7 of 9 on field goal attempts this season. And with 1 minute and 30 seconds to play in the opening quarter, the Georgia Bulldogs now lead LSU 10-0 on CSS, your source for Southeast sports.
Due to time constraints, we now move forward in the action.